I'm sitting here today with an old document from 1869. In itself, perhaps unremarkable. It's heavy, thick, slightly waxy, rather well preserved. It's got a beautiful, elaborate seal of the crown, but it is a workaday kind of a document. It's a land sale document, but an important one. And it ties together several pieces of information that tell us what was going on in New Zealand at the time. The first clue is up in this corner here, where this is a grant of land, the 8,682nd grant of land under the Otago Wastelands Act of 1866. The title of that legislation is very telling. Wastelands is something that only Europeans could imagine. The second clue as to what's going on is the signature down here. This is the signature of Governor Bowen. He had taken over from Grey after the fiasco of the Waikato and Tauranga campaigns, and he was tasked with governing the colony without British soldiers. The third clue as to what's going on here is the carefully described piece of surveying in the bottom corner. It describes a piece of land that it calls Iawamoko. These days, Awamoko, just a 25-minute drive north of Oamaru. Because this is a document signed by Bowen, it means that this is the first time that this particular piece of land has been sold, and it's been purchased by John and George Sweetland directly from the Crown. In 1868 and 69, Bowen faced a particular crisis. Tito Koaru in the southern Taranaki had risen up and was endangering British security in Wanganui. The town at one point looked as if it might actually fall. But Bowen, compelled to defend the colonies without British soldiers, had to find a militia and the money to pay for them from somewhere. And so, using the Otago Wastelands Act, he divided up Otago and sold it off. He was reluctant to use the land that had been more recently confiscated from the Waikato, because he realized that that could just inflame interracial feeling further and provoke another war against the king. And the last time that happened, the British did not do so well. This time, they would not have professional soldiers.